Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. Now we're going to know. Come on, let's give a hug. We're going to hug it out because I have a lot of questions. I asked a question yesterday about Martin Lawrence. Some people said maybe he had Bell's palsy. There was something weird going on in his face and mannerisms, and they wouldn't say during the Emmys. But some people did bring up Bell's palsy. Speaking of the Emmys, the ratings were not good, but it's streaming on Hulu. It was a very good show. And I really enjoyed Anthony Anderson, and I really enjoyed going down memory lane with all of those classic TV shows. I've said it again. First of all, there's an award show. People died. And we still got the Grammys, the Academy Awards, NAACP Image Awards, Urban One TV Honor. There's still more awards coming. So there is an award show fatigue. But I think with a lot of people, they watch it differently. They go for the clips. You can go on YouTube or anywhere on social media and find the clips and really see what you want without hearing a bunch of speeches. But the ratings were not great. But see for yourself. It's streaming on Hulu. Auntie's got a question. Always have a question during the Curls and Scoop. Is there an Oprah Winfrey backlash? And I'll explain. The Color Purple, which is now available on video on demand, it costs about $105 million to make. Despite a great opening on Christmas Day, so far it has only made $58 million. What's the bottom line in Hollywood? How well you make that money back. With video on demand, it could make about another $15 million, which would take it to what? $75 million, but you're still short. They're seeing it as a loss of $75 million because they look at the money you make over that, and you got to get the money back from marketing and everything that went in it. Okay, studio execs are blaming Oprah Winfrey and Taraji P. Henson. How sway? When Taraji went rogue during those interviews, and there were a ton of them, talking about she's an aging, underpaid actress, it took the wind out of the sail. You would see clips where Fantasia and Danielle Brooks would be like this. It took over the narrative of this movie. Studio execs are blaming Oprah, saying you couldn't control her. A lot of people had fatigue. They were literally everywhere and they were tired. There was that video clip where you saw that Oprah was annoyed with Taraji. Like she had had enough. And I said like weeks ago, I was like, oh, she probably saying, are you ruining my movie? It was a scene, and I'm sure many of you have seen it. If not, go find it. Oprah approaches Taraji and she just has that, I'm really ticked off at you. And then she goes and finds Danielle Brooks and puts Danielle Brooks between her and Taraji. And she's, holding Danielle Brooks' hand. It was a mean girl moment. It was a mean girl moment. Showing Taraji, I'm going to cuddle up to Danielle. And even though they tried to poo-poo it, it was too late because you saw it. It was like, oh, we get along. We love each other. Not after this press tour, y'all don't. And now with studio executives pointing the finger at both of them. I think there is an Oprah Winfrey backlash. She turned 70 this month. But I just think a lot of people are tired. And with Cat Williams' interview, a lot of truths are being exposed. With Taraji, I think she took this moment because she ain't getting this kind of moment again. She's not going to get this kind of moment. So she used those opportunities to talk about it. What's next for Taraji? I think she's going to have to do like Kerry Washington and Vivica Fox. People get on Vivica, but she'll sell you a wig. She will sell you car warranties, and she'll do a Lifetime movie. Create your own projects. Get your people behind you and you put out content. When you wait for people to give you something, it may not happen. And you may be told that you're too old. Hollywood is not kind to women. I want to say over 35. Soon it's going to be 30. They're not kind to women. And look at Julia Roberts. She'll do a Netflix movie in a minute. She's an Oscar-winning actress. But when you start getting older, to stay youthful, so many start messing with their faces with the plastic surgery. And it's all about youth. There's a saying, life is wasted on the youth. But in Hollywood, you're kind of discarded. Men are allowed to get older. Women are not. I think she should produce her own stuff. See, oftentimes, people will tell you, you need to be a certain age. When I first started this, I used to hear, where'd you come from? I'm a radio girl. This is nice, but radio is next week I'll be marking 42 years in radio. I've had people say, you're too old to do this. How dare you tell me what age I should do this? I do it. And I say the auntie of pop culture because I know I'm a woman of a certain age. I ain't trying to be 25. I'm 60. But I'm going to tell you a good story. Our society, it's just different. I'm just a believer. You don't wait for people to give you an opportunity, a yay or a nay. If you're talented, then you go and you do it. And I hope that Taraji takes that, because some people think that she'll be blacklisted. I think she should do her own. As for Oprah, I know she butthurt. This whole movie, this whole promotion, this whole everything. The Academy Awards come out. The nominations next week, it'll probably only get one, Danielle Brooks, and she's been losing to Divine Joy Randolph for the movie The Holdover. Like, the only nominations that have been coming out. Well, Fantasia got a couple, but Academy Awards, I think it's going to tell it. But is there an Oprah Winfrey backlash? I'm curious to know what you think. I think that there is. I think people are tired. Some people aren't feeling Color Purple. Some people didn't want to see it in theater. Maybe they'll go see it on video on demand. But the bottom line with any motion picture is the money that you are able to make and make back that money that they spent. The ratings for the Emmys were not good, but Anthony Anderson was great. See for yourself because it's streaming on Hulu. People today want to see the clips. They don't want to see all the speeches. They want to see the clips, and you can see them anywhere. But it was a great show because of all those great TV moments. When I asked about Martin Lawrence, it looked like it needed to be, I don't know, Bell's palsy, maybe a stroke, but there's something weird there. Amy Robach. Woman said to me, you're not wishing her well. You know what it is? Here you are, a respected newswoman and good at what you do. She recently said there's a price to pay for, putting love first. Amy, go back to putting your career first. Be private about your love life. You were excellent on ABC in 2020. I followed you when you was on the Today Show. Get back to doing what people know you for. Not the drinking, not the sex, not the scandal, Get your career back on track. See, how you get a person, you'll lose them. And this will drive you crazy if you think that this man's going to go out here and cheat all the time. TJ had the best job, really, at ABC. Boy, was it just a come up and a rise. And watching his career grow from BET when he was on NBC, and now this podcast, it's not doing well. It's not because people are tired. Go back to doing good journalism like you did and reclaim your career. Stop with the foolishness. We didn't had enough. I just want you to go back to being a good journalist. I do wish them well in that. Go back to doing your journalism. But the foolishness and the stunts, I hate stunts. Auntie hates stunts. Stop with the stunts. Brad Pitt, why are his ex-roommates talking about him, saying that he could go days without washing? I know. Not Brad Pitt. I don't understand anybody, whether you're fine or not. I was at an event, and they were talking about people who change their underwear twice a week. Wait, I started making faces. I was like, yeah, I don't understand that. Or people who can go days without washing. It's a different kind of thing. Let's go back to Richard Simmons, Mr. Fitness, exercising with the oldies. He had the ladies out there. Richard Simmons at one point was so big, but then he became a recluse in 2017. He's 75 now, sweating with the oldies. And he was enormously popular. That energy, and he even had them little shorts on, and he's moving and jumping around. Well, a movie, and he's not co-signing this movie. It's being made about his life. Pauly Shore is going to be playing Richard Simmons in the movie. What the hell that is going to go. Songwriters Hall of Fame, the class of 2024 include Timbaland. His work with not only Missy Elliott, but Justin Timberlake and his own work, Timbaland and Magoo. You got Steely Dan, Black Cow, Peg. Steely Dan just had some great music. They're being inducted. And Snoop Dogg, who was supposed to be inducted 2 years ago, but he said, nah, I want to wait until the class of 2024 Songwriting Hall of Fame ceremonies are taking place in June. So what can we expect from Usher in the Super Bowl? He's giving little hints. He said it's going to lean more R&B, so we may not hear the techno songs. He went through that techno period, but he's on the cover of Vogue magazine, their winter edition. February the 11th is the Super Bowl. There could be another Medea movie. Now, at first I kind of like poo-pooed it, but then they said they saw Mr. Brown. And Medea, Tyler Perry just met Medea at a gas station, and somebody was trying to rob them, and they got Medea'd. I guess you could say they got bodied. Are you surprised that he would make another Medea movie? He makes all the money on these Medea movies, whether you like them or not. And I thought he killed the character, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if there is another Medea movie. Keke Palmer, my niece in my head, keeps a job. I got to give it to that girl. She keeps a job. She's in the new J-Lo movie, This Is Me. J-Lo addresses her life, her constant search for love, the numerous relationships. Fat Joe is in it as her psychologist, but it starts streaming on Prime February 16th. See, there's a reason why this marriage to Ben Affleck cannot go under. You can catch them making faces and arguing in public. She cannot let him go, because then everyone will be like, J-Lo, you've been the problem all along. I think she, as beautiful as she is, as talented as she is, there's really a self-esteem issue there with her seeking love no matter what. Now she's with Ben Affleck. I think she's been cheated on numerous times, and I think that has played on her because she's gorgeous. She prizes I'm Jennifer Lopez. How you cheat on me? But a person will cheat, don't care how gorgeous you are. She can never divorce Ben Affleck. This relationship, I'm telling you, it cannot end. It's just like Travis Kelce cannot break Taylor Swift's heart. It's going to be a mess. But This Is Me, Jennifer Lopez. It starts streaming on Prime February 16th. I've asked a lot of questions. Is there an Oprah Winfrey backlash? You let me know. Leave a comment. I read the comments. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and you will never miss a thing. I love the conversation. Even if we agree to disagree, Even if we agree just to disagree on something, it's okay. I want to hear from you because I want you to hear all sides of the story. Thanks so much for joining me. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.